Welcome to Koi Games. The Analogue Pocket is a nostalgic yet modern handheld that celebrates retro gaming. This review explores the simplicity, highlighting the pros and cons of this unique device. The Analogue Pocket is self-described as a tribute to portable gaming. It captures the essence of classic handhelds while embracing modern DIY gaming trends. Its plug-and-play design appeals to enthusiasts seeking an authentic retro experience. At first glance, it mirrors the iconic Game Boy, but a micro SD card slot is on the right side, hinting at its enhanced capabilities. This slot allows users to expand game libraries, blending nostalgia with innovation. Before we go any further, mini influencer rant for you all. And this influencer rant is very significant because I blame Bunnings. The reason for this is that they completely made an absolute mess of my address and they misprinted a number on my address, so it got sent to a completely wrong address, one who has had the good fortune to receive my random packages in the past. So I had to go back on Amazon and order through Amazon. Then finally I got the mini SD card adapter necessary to be able to use my SD card reader, which I also bought on Amazon. Thank goodness for Jeff Bezos. As for everything else, the process was no less complicated. I also had to get the SD card to recognize the Analogue Pocket by downloading illicit material off the internet to be able to get it to work. Then I had to quickly get some games from the internet. I'm not going to tell you how. You're going to have to subscribe to my Patreon for that one. But on top of that, it was just all a very stressful setup, and I am going to need a Valium after this because I don't really like talking about this so much. So there we go. The rise of DIY gaming has fueled demand for such devices, and the Analogue Pocket delivers a seamless way to relive childhood favourites. For those interested, check the links in the description for reputable websites where you can purchase this device. The Analogue Pocket stands out as a first-class product for retro gaming fans. The Analogue Pocket boasts a sleek, compact design that echoes classic Game Boy aesthetic, instantly evoking nostalgia. This retro console features Bluetooth controller connectivity and HDMI port TV output and speaker compatibility, thereby enhancing versatility. However, the spongy keys, while functional, may wear over time, posing a durability concern. This minor flaw slightly detracts from an otherwise stellar design, earning it a 7 out of 10 rating. The layout is intuitive, with the micro SD slot adding a modern flair to the retro form. Its portability and aesthetic make it a standout, though users may need to consider the wearing out of the buttons for long-term use across its lifespan.
The Analogue Pocket is a technical marvel, supporting over 2,780 Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance cartridges, with adapters for systems like Game Gear and Neo Geo Pocket Color. Engineered with dual FPGAs, it ensures authentic gameplay without emulation. The 3.5-inch LCD display, with 1600 by 1440 resolution and 615 ppi, offers 10 times the original Game Boy's resolution, protected by Gorilla Glass for pro-level color and brightness. Features include 360-degree display rotation, variable refresh rates, and a 4,300 milliampere-hour battery for 6 to 10 hours of gameplay and 10+ hours of life when asleep. The Analogue Pocket also has mappable buttons, stereo speakers, USB-C charging, a link port, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. Its digital audio workstation with Nano Loop adds music creation capabilities too. While lacking native support for newer consoles like Nintendo 64, Wii, and DS, its robust specs earn it a 9 out of 10.
The Analogue Pocket excels in versatility, supporting a vast array of games across multiple platforms, unrestricted by a single console. The Analogue Pocket display accurately depicts Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance visuals. This includes LCD effects and pixel grids, thanks to the 615 ppi screen. The Analogue digital workstation enables music creation, seamlessly integrating with external synthesizers and computers for studio or on-the-go use. However, prolonged use can cause hand strain, impacting comfort during extended sessions. This ergonomic drawback slightly lowers its score to an 8 out of 10, but its gaming and music capabilities make it a multifaceted device for retro enthusiasts and creators alike.
For ease of setup, setting up the Analogue Pocket is functional but clunky. Its basic UI, reminiscent of an iPod click wheel, allows game selection but lacks visual flair. I suggest the inclusion of cover art displays or a 3D record collection style interface for a more engaging experience. Dynamic backgrounds could personalize the plain white UI. Setup requires PocketSync, a third-party program from GitHub, to enable SD card game recognition, which is not straightforward. Inserting the SD card can be challenging for those with limited fine motor skills, often requiring assistance. While ROM support keeps older games fresh, the setup process needs refinement for accessibility and user-friendliness. Overall, the not-so-easy setup has earned the Analogue Pocket a 5 out of 10 in this category.
Accessibility is a weak point for the Analogue Pocket. Its traditional handheld design poses challenges for users with conditions like cerebral palsy, especially for games requiring quick reactions. Coordinating movement and button presses may be tiring, potentially deterring some users. A Bluetooth controller is a suggested remedy, but the company could explore keyboard adapters, mapping keys like the WASD movement. However, this adds complexity and physical limitations may still require careful game curation. Classic gaming predates modern accessibility aids, and while the hardware modifiers are the best option, finding compatible solutions often involves adapters complicating the experience. The industry has room to grow in this area. As a result, I rate the accessibility of this product a 4 out of 10.
The Analogue Pocket blends nostalgia with modern innovation, ideal for retro gaming fans, but with notable flaws. Its design is sleek, but has spongy keys. Stellar specs offer broad compatibility and a top-tier display. Functionality shines with versatile gaming and music features. Though hand strain is a concern, ease of setup suffers from a clunky UI and complex SD card process. The Analogue Pocket's accessibility struggles with physical challenges and limited solutions. By averaging these scores out, I give the Analogue Pocket an overall rating of 6.6 out of 10. Future versions could add joysticks to allow for the inclusion of newer consoles, and dynamic UI visuals could enhance player experience too. Check the description for purchase links. Don't forget to game on. Koi style and retro style. If you want to have your product reviewed for free, please contact us at koigames@gmail.com.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.